I am God. Introduction. Welcome to the Ultima Mente channel. Before we dive into this profound and provocative philosophical journey, I kindly ask you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any content. Here, we seek to understand life through the lens of reason, spirituality, and freedom. Today's theme is bold yet liberating. I am God. Prepare yourself for a reflection inspired by the ideas of the philosopher Baruch Spinoza, and a spirituality that breaks down the walls of temples and reaches into the vastness of nature and existence. Chapter 1. God is not in the temple. Stop praying and beating your chest. How many times have you felt guilty for not following religious rituals? How often have you believed that the divine presence was locked within four walls of stone and dogma? The truth, according to Baruch Spinoza, is that God is not an external being, judgmental and authoritarian. God is nature. God is the whole. And if God is everything that exists, then He is in you, in me, in the trees, in the rain, in the sun, in the very act of living. Spinoza said, Deus sive natura, God or nature. This is not about a human-like figure sitting on a heavenly throne, but about existence itself, being as being. This is a radical shift in paradigm. We move from fear to wonder. We don't need to fear God, for we are part of Him. Chapter 2. Spirituality is life. What I want you to do is go out into the world, enjoy your life. There is no true spirituality in the denial of life. The idea of a God who demands sacrifice, suffering, and penance is a distortion of the love that sustains the universe. Spinoza's God does not punish, He simply is. He manifests in every moment of consciousness, in every experience of the world. Therefore, true prayer is living fully. Sing, dance, love, create, laugh, contemplate. That is true religion, and there is nothing more sacred than being present. When you look into the eyes of someone you love, when you feel the breeze on your face, when you hear the sound of the sea, you are, at that moment, in contact with God. Because He is not outside. He is what is. Chapter 3. The false sin and manufactured guilt. Stop blaming me for your miserable life. I never told you that you were a sinner. One of the greatest violences against the human spirit is the implantation of guilt. Institutionalized religion built a God who condemns, excludes, and punishes. But what sense would it make for an all-powerful God to create beings only to burn them for being what they are? Spinoza believed in the perfection of the natural order. Everything that is as it must be. Sin is a human invention, a tool for control. And we believe it because we've been conditioned to fear pleasure, freedom, the body, desires, but the true evil lies in denying one's own nature. Chapter 4. God in everything, including me. If I created you, I filled you with passions, limitations, pleasures. Spinoza saw the human being as an expression of the divine force, with all that this implies: emotions, contradictions, powers, and limits. Accepting oneself is a way of revering God. Loving oneself is a sacred act. The God that dwells in me does not condemn me for who I am. On the contrary, He rejoices in every moment I express my essence. When I say I am God, I am not claiming to be superior or infallible. I am saying I am part of the whole, and therefore I deserve respect, dignity, and love. Chapter 5. Life is a holier scripture than any book. If you cannot read me in a sunrise. How many times have we searched for answers in ancient books, outdated doctrines, forgetting to observe the miracle of being alive? Spinoza teaches us to find truth not in words, but in the experience of reality. Nature is the sacred book. Silence is a prayer. The now is the temple. You don't need to memorize verses or follow dogmas. Just be awake, just be in contact with what is. Every falling leaf, every child's laughter, every soul encounter is a divine revelation. Chapter 6. Free will and responsibility. You are absolutely free to make your life a heaven or a hell. This is one of the most powerful ideas in Spinoza's philosophy: freedom, but not a freedom without cause. It is about understanding that the more we know ourselves and the world, the freer we become. Freedom is not doing just anything, but living according to our essential nature. God endowed us with reason, emotion, intuition, and above all, the ability to reflect. There are no external commandments, only the constant invitation to awareness. Do not do to others what you wouldn't want done to you. That is enough. The rest is manipulation. Chapter 7. To love is to pray. I want you to feel me in you when you kiss your beloved. The idea of a God who demands worship is a reflection of the human ego projected onto the divine. But Spinoza's God does not want to be worshipped. He wants to be lived. He wants to be felt. When you love, you pray. When you care, you praise. When you give thanks with your soul, you are in communion with the sacred. You don't need to belong to a religion. Love is the true religion. Chapter 8. Experience is greater than belief. Stop believing in me. To believe is to suppose. This is one of the greatest revelations. We do not need to believe in God like someone believes in a story or a doctrine. We need to feel. Feel the divine presence in daily life, in caring for an animal, in a loving touch, in the water we drink. Einstein put it clearly: I believe in Spinoza's God, a God who reveals himself in the harmony of all that exists. This is the spirituality of the New Age: free, integrated, conscious. Chapter 9. God is within me. Seek me within. That is where I am. Human beings have an ancestral tendency to seek outside what has always been within. But the longest journey you will ever take is from your head to your heart. And there, God awaits you. We don't lack religion. We lack awareness. We don't lack doctrine. We lack love. When you finally find yourself, you'll see you were never alone. Because God never abandoned you. He is what you are. He is within you. Conclusion. If something in this video touched your heart, if this message resonated in your soul, like, comment, and share. Don't forget to subscribe to the Ultima Mente channel to continue this journey of self-knowledge and spiritual expansion. Remember, you are a living expression of the divine. You are nature in consciousness. You are the miracle. And for that reason, with serenity and courage, you can say, I am God.